I'm Jennifer from Jennifer Decorates. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own kitchen curtains. We're in my kitchen and my window needs some curtains. So even if you have never sewn before, I'm going to show you how to make what's called box pleat curtains. They're easy, they don't take a lot of fabric, and by the time we're done with this tutorial, you're going to be so good at it, you might start your own draper business. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you need to do is get your measurements. Box pleat curtains are hung on a 1x2 board. So here I'm going to measure from the outside of the casings to the outside and get my perfect measurement. Now we're ready to figure out our pattern for our curtain. This box pleat is for a single window, and I measured mine, and it's 40 inches. And then I decided how far down I wanted it to come, and I only wanted mine to come down 13 inches because I really didn't want to hide a lot of view in the backyard. So now, in order to make the pleat in the middle, we need to add an extra 8 inches, and it's where you take the fabric and you fold it over like that, and that's what's going to make your pleat. Over here we need to add 1.5 inches. Your curtain today is going to be mounted on a 1x2 board. And the reason you need 1.5 inches is you need 1 inch to go around the board, and you need that 1/2 inch for your seam allowance. So I need 40 plus 8 plus 1.5 and plus 1.5. That gives me 51 inches. So I know I need 51 inches across. 13 is my finished length. And I know I'm going to have a seam allowance down here 1/2 inch. And you're going to have one up here 1/2 inch. It's not going to be sewn, but you're going to put your fabric over on the board and staple it across. So you need 13 plus 1, so I need 14. Drapery fabric is 54 inches standard. So I know I've got to come across to 51, and I need to go down to 14 and make my cut. What's so great about this curtain is for a yard or less, you're going to have a beautiful curtain. Lay your lining on the floor, right side up, and then lay your drapery fabric right side down. Pin it and cut out your lining just a little bigger than your drapery fabric. You just sew down one side, cross the bottom, and up the other side with a 1/2 inch seam, leaving the top open. I want you to go about 1/4 inch from your seam allowance. Go ahead and trim the top where the drapery lining overlaps some of the drapery fabric. And then it's time to iron. Now, hopefully you've got your fabric turned and pressed beautifully, and you're ready to put your curtain on the board, which I think is the fun part. Okay, I have my board cut 40 inches because that's what I needed. Now, if you don't have a way to cut a board, no big deal. You go to Lowe's and Home Depot, grab the 1x2, tell them the measurements you need, and they'll cut it for you at no charge. Love them. Okay, first thing I did, I covered my board with the drapery lining. It's just a professional custom way to do it. So now on the side where I stapled my drapery lining to the board, I want to mark, I'm going to mark the exact middle, and then I took a tape measure and measured 1/2 inch and marked it all the way around so that when I begin to staple my curtain to the board, it's going to keep it straight on that board, makes it really, really easy. Now it's time to get your drapery curtain ready to put on the board, and you're going to make your pleat, and this is really easy. You're going to take your tape measure, measure your curtain, and find the exact middle and put a pin in it. And then remember how we kept 8 inches so we could make that pleat? Okay, you measure, hold on, let me pull you in a little closer here and show you how to do this. Okay, so you've got your fabric marked in the middle with a pin, and then you measure out 4 inches on this side and 4 inches on that side, and you take and you got to start that pleat right where that pin is. Come down to the bottom, pull on it, make sure it's straight. Bring it over, pin it back in place. Take the next spot, same thing, pull it over. Look at the bottom and make sure that those are even. It's really important. And look at that! You've got a pleat and you are ready to put this curtain on a board. Have your board facing where you've marked all the 1/2 inch measurements all the way around your board. I just use a handheld stapler, works for me. I keep a hammer close by in case the staple doesn't go in. All right, the middle of your pleat is the middle of your curtain, and you've marked your board, so you put it on there. You're gonna make your first staple. So easy. And then, you see my lines? You're just gonna follow them. Don't pull too much to make the pleat come undone. Just start there. Keep it kind of pulled a little tight. I'll show you how to do the edges in a minute. Okay? That's all you're gonna do. Do this opposite side. Here's how you do the ends. See, I got it marked on the board, the 1/2 inch. Just kind of pull it around. Staple it in place. Boy, that's hot. Okay. And it's kind of like wrapping a present to me. See where that folds over? There you go. Okay, let's go hang it. So this is how you're gonna hang your board. You're gonna hang it with what's called an L-shaped bracket. You can find these in the hardware store on the bracket aisle. Really easy. That's how it works. One screw goes into your board, and then the other screw goes into either your wall or your woodwork, and that's how you mount your curtain. Now you want to mount these first before you put your curtain up. It's a lot easier. I learned that the hard way. You simply screw one screw into your board and the other will go into your wall or the woodwork. And that's how that's going to work, just like that. Well, I hope I didn't make that too complicated. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Be sure to stop by my blog, jenniferdecorates.com, and be sure to subscribe to this channel because I hope to add a ton more tutorials. Have a great day. Thank you.